Hello, this is Dave Worthen. Today's mini seminar is entitled Telling Your Partner the Truth, Why It's Not So Easy. So I was trying to recall the first time I heard this phrase, liar, liar, pants on fire. I know it was sometime very early in grade school. And I got to thinking that in grade school, we would have sensed or heard something that in our grade school heads was an alarm going off that Billy was telling a lie. I mean, we were 7 years old or whatever. But still, we had this innate Jedi sense that Billy was fudging a bit on the truth. We've learned very early on in our lives to tell the truth, but sometimes we veer off that road, wittingly or unwittingly. And when you do, you know it. If you examine this closely, the first perception you will have is how the truth you're about to tell has trouble getting all of its clothes on before it goes out the door. You know what you should say, but because of some imagined consequences or whatever from your spouse, your partner, or colleague, you alter or omit some of the truth. Honey, I'm going to be a little bit late. Just finishing up some work at the office. Be home in about an hour. See? Most of this is true. It's when you say finishing up some work, quote unquote, which is not true, that those little truth cells you uttered freak out. You know this feeling. Just as you begin to alter the truth, it's like all your truth cells, mid their mission to tell the truth, get bug-eyed. It happens so lightning fast that part of the truth morphs into a lie in nanoseconds, and now it's out there in your wife's ear canal as she listens on the phone. Your wife replies, "Okay, honey, thanks for letting me know. Don't work too hard. See you when you get home." And this finishing up some work part, quote unquote, they're phantom truth cells gone rogue. I think I need to repeat that. They're phantom truth cells gone rogue. They're in this liar limbo leprosy colony or something now. They don't really exist in the real world because you, in fact, are, quote unquote, not finishing up some work. You're off to a sports bar with your buddies. See? So these truth cells are like, what the hell? See, these truth boys parachuted out of the plane as part of the whole truth and nothing but the truth team, and now are stranded in this liar's limbo land. Listen, the truth has a job. The truth boys have had the same job since the beginning of time. Their job description is, quote unquote, to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. So they're a bit whacked right now. Your husband asks you if you went over budget on your shopping trip, and you did, but you reply no. So now these truth cell gals are forming their own colony in the women's bathroom in a parallel universe, putting their makeup on in a continuous loop into infinity. See, it didn't hurt the wife when she heard her husband explain why he was going to be late. So what's the big deal? The big deal is if you can create a truth and then alter it just slightly, you form a habit. I'm going to repeat that one as well. The big deal is if you can create a truth and then alter it just slightly, you form a habit. I'm sorry, but you will. Christine. Honey, I'm going to meet Jennifer at the gym. She needs some girl time. There's leftover stroganoff in the fridge. Jim. Okay, babe, have fun. Christine doesn't go to the gym. She meets Jennifer for drinks. But see, her husband hates when his wife has more than one glass of wine, so she changes the storyline just a tad. Yes, right now, Christine thinks her husband is working late at the office. And Jim thinks Christine is meeting up with Jennifer for some girl time at the gym. But see, it's not so much where Jim and Christine were. It's what they each did when they came to the moment of truth. Yes, at first blush, when you look at their stories, you might think to yourself, but it is important where they were. They lied. Yes, they did lie. But in order of importance is I would not care so much where my wife was, but I would care very much if she could not tell me the truth. The next time you tell the truth and feel this ancient strand of DNA urge you to alter or omit because of your fear of consequences, just remember this. Fear is one of man's most basic instincts. It has kept him alive when his life was in fact in danger, but also made him act irrationally when there was no danger. So when your internal memory strand of DNA produces this feeling of, he'll probably kill me, or she'll never let me hear the end of it, which is from a past moment, and that strand is woven into your conversation in present time, you have just abandoned your integrity to yourself and your partner in present time. Okay, you may have to rewind the video here and listen to that part again. You will either tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, or you will continue to create a parallel world of liar lepers that wonder, when the hell are you finishing up some work? Now, what happens is the joy of your present time life is being glibly co-opted by some past event. And this begins to form your default habit of slightly altering the truth. Don't look now, but as Jim watches the football game with his buddies, his pants are on fire. And as Christine reaches for her glass of Kendall Jackson, her nose bonks the edge of her wine glass before she can take a sip. Why? Because when you form a habit of slightly altering the truth, you know your nose gets longer than a telephone wire. And truly, it is why at 7 years old in a school playground we said, liar, liar, pants on fire. Because somewhere a long, long time ago, they actually were. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my mini seminar today. Thanks for stopping by.